What's good, my beautiful people? It's your boy AJS, and we are back for another video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys are liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Without further ado, we're about to get straight into the video because this one's a bit of a doozy, man. Ain't even gonna lie to you. Daughter tells her father she wants to start an OnlyFans. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go.
Melissa was like, hey, I want to talk to you about something. I want to tell you something. Promise you won't get mad. And I was like, just stop right there.
Do you know what? Anytime a child comes to you and says, Dad, I want to tell you something, but promise you won't get mad. God forbid, I am going to get mad. Don't start the conversation like that.
First of all, never going to make a promise like that because I might get mad. And second of all, let's just have the conversation on the show. And you were like, not so sure you want to do that.
I think it'll be helpful for other people to listen to because I know the difference in our relationship versus the mass majority and the reaction most people would get, I feel like, and it can create...
I'm not gonna lie, she's already gearing this up to be an absolute madness. Don't tell me about how good our relationship is compared to other people, because now you're scaring me. Now I'm worried. Now I'm more likely to be angry.
Toxicity. And I feel like you're going to have your own opinions, and that's what I'm also here to listen to, is also hear you out and hear your opinions. But I feel like you're going to have a healthier reaction than most parents might, and it could be helpful for other people to listen to.
I feel like that part right there is a slight bit of gaslight. It's a slight bit of, I'm expecting you as my father to be way better than all your other parents because they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible. They will blow it out of proportion and be absolutely wild and mad. But you Dad? Nah, not my father. Not him. No way.
Including parents.
Are you moving out of state? Oh, God. Get to your offensive statement.
It's not offensive. So I've kind of joked about it before starting an OnlyFans, but it's also not what you think.
Just look. We are 2 minutes in to this video. The father's heart has already been broken. What is even happening right now? What would you do if you've spent, I don't know, 18, 20, 30 years bringing up your child, baby girl, and society has just made things like only X and all that kind of stuff just so accessible that one day your baby comes to you and says, Dad, I want to do only X. What? No, someone has to get collapsed. Somebody has to get collapsed.
Not what you think either. I would be taking a more model route in that way. But I also do feel...
Look at him. You can tell his heart is absolutely broke. The bro is redder than red. The bro is a tomato right now. Tomato, however you want to spin that. The bro is a tomato right now. This has to be the worst possible news you could possibly think could come out of her mouth.
I feel like we obviously have a little bit of a presence together, so I want to get your opinions and thoughts, and I also want to tell you, but I also feel like I have assets that I could capitalize on. And
Call them assets.
I'm a businesswoman. You taught me to be a businesswoman. And I have my...
So, I'm confused. As a businesswoman, surely there was something else you could have thought about that would have made you some kind of money so that you wouldn't have to resort to OnlyFans. Why OnlyFans? As a businesswoman, why OnlyFans? Why have you decided that this thing right here, like there's millions of occupations out there, you know? There's millions, but OnlyFans is the one you choose to pick as a businesswoman? It's not making any sense. It's almost as if everybody has just seen it's easy to do this, so I'm going to do this, and that's it. You're not going to try and do anything better. You're not going to try and be anything better. God forbid this affects you as a businesswoman in your later life. What are you going to say then? Are you then going to blame society? Oh, society doesn't allow me to be who I want to be because... No. certain parts of society just doesn't want certain people to be a part of their society. And that is perfectly okay. You're not fit for everything. People don't think anymore, do they?
Boundaries as well as my own adult. There are a lot of things that I won't do, but there's also, some modeling I would love to do anyway. So there's that.
First and foremost, I love you. I respect you. I raised you to be independent, to be, like you said, to be business-minded, to be logical. And I guess the biggest thing is you being safe. Like having a daughter already, knowing that you're highly likely to be.
Do you know what? He's taking it a lot better than I thought he would. I'm not gonna lie. He's taking it a lot better. Most parents would have blown the hell up. I'm one of those parents. I'm one of the most parents. Not gonna lie to you. Because God forbid I spent 18 years bringing up my child and they turn around and say they want to sell coochie online. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But the first thing he came out with is just, as long as you're being safe. I have to respect it. Could never be me. I have to respect it.
Be assaulted or hit or groped or something like that. That's already on a father's mind when he has a girl. So there's that protection part of me that's like, I don't want you to be opened up to even more people stalking or chasing you or doing stuff, because I have bail money. Like I'm willing to straight up go to prison.
I know.
That's already a problem that we have to deal with. And then on top of that, you being like, oh, here's a booby. Now,
A booby.
Just a booby. A lot of what I'm feeling is like protection. I don't want you to do something that's going to make something harder on you later in life. Like when I was 9.
And that's what we were saying earlier. I feel like, first of all, I think as far as I understand, the dad is pretty well off. And the young lady has money. Like there's not only just money around you, but there's also reach. There's also influence. There's also things that she can possibly do to get herself in favorable situations. That doesn't necessarily mean that she needs to do OnlyFans. And this is my problem with this situation right here. And as I said, this father is taking it way better than I thought he actually would. It's the fact that she has so many opportunities out there in life, but you want to choose to do OnlyFans. And then the worst part about it is the way that she's phrasing it. Is she's like, I'm going to take a different route and I'm going to do modeling. Darling, we know what you're attempting to do. Not gonna lie, we know what you're attempting to do. It's really not rocket science. You don't need to do it. Not all money is good money. And people really need to start paying attention to that. Not all money is good money. And sometimes, just sometimes, your integrity, your sanity, and just the pride your family has is much, much, much more important in terms of being protected than just selling cooch online. I'm so sorry. This is crazy to me. Again, empowerment, do your thing. But don't complain when everyone starts to just get onto you because you decided to empower yourself. Because once you put yourself out there in this kind of light, you do understand that everyone's going to look at you differently. And then you can't complain and do the whole feminist thing and be like, oh my gosh, it's the world. No. Don't open yourself up to things you don't want to experience.
I thought I was going to be one thing and my life completely went in a different direction. What if when you're 37, you decide to run for president or run for some kind of office, or you want to be taken seriously as an actor in some major, or you want to be an outspoken, activist in a certain thing, and this comes back to haunt you? Maybe society will grow up and that kind of stuff.
See, this is, again, he's taking it so well. I would have blown off the hinges, but what he just said was just so pivotal. Again, what if you grow up, like you're young now, what if you grow up and you just start to realize, like many other OnlyFans girls has, that this wasn't what you were meant to do. This wasn't supposed to be what you were supposed to do. It's not your main goal in life. There's so many other things that you could possibly in 10 years want to do in life. And because you decided to make a silly little decision as a child, I don't care if she's over 18, as a child, because you wanted to make a silly little decision, you've now ruined your opportunity to be able to do so many other things. All we need to do is just look at some of the things that the OnlyFans models that have stopped doing it have said, how their life has been ruined, how they no longer have any privacy, how people just look at them as objects. Take a leaf out of other people's books. Not every leaf do you need to take and wipe yourself with. Do you get it? Just take the leaf, read it, and then put it back down. Don't take the leaf and wipe yourself. That's a very terrible analogy, but you understand what I mean.
Up and that kind of stuff won't affect you negatively, but I'm concerned with your safety. I'm concerned with your future, and I don't want you to do anything that's going to harm future you. My fear is that you would do something now, get money now, and then when you're in your 40s, you look back on it and go, man, I really had an opportunity to do something bigger with my life. And because that stuff exists on the internet, now I'm prohibited or restricted in some other aspect of my life. I raised you to respect yourself and to be safe. And I mean, you're a grown woman. You're going to do what you're going to do. Doesn't feel great, but and I love you and I respect you. And if that's what you want to do, then I mean, I support you in whatever you want to do. I just really want you to be careful. With,
well, that's why
everything
I have boundaries.
That I just said, not only your safety, but your future opportunities. Like, you know, if you're going to do something like that, to do it in a way that's classy and respectful of who you are and not ruining future opportunity.
You see, do you know what it is? I don't know. Maybe it's because he's a public figure. Maybe he just doesn't want to come off as like one of these super liberal fathers that are just, you know, very traditional and just, you know, doesn't want to come across as one of those people to his audiences. And that's the reason why he's holding back, because you can tell from the redness in his face that he's definitely holding some things back. Bro, rip into the situation, B. Speak your mind. I can tell this is hurting you. There is no way he's just sitting there nonchalantly and acting like everything is okay. Let me read some of these comments. Let's get some of these comments and see where I go on. So we got he turns so red. Don't do it, Talisa. Later in life, you will regret it. Facts. Talisa's about to make millions. Look at these people, my days. No, Talisa, absolutely not out of the question. These comments really disappoint. Let her do what she wants. She's grown. Every father's worst fear. All the judgmental people on here. She's not a disappointment. He didn't fail her. This was a beautiful conversation between the father and the daughter. That is so disappointing. They all start with boundaries, but the boundaries have a slippery slope when the money starts flying in. To call OnlyFans being business-minded is the biggest cop-out I've ever heard in my life. This makes me so sad. LOL. She says it's business hungry, but chose the easiest route. Sad to hear this. Don't do it, Talisa. I have a financial business advisor that already wants to help me. Dude, this is tragic. Oh my days. Listen, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Fathers out there, if your daughter came to you and said she wanted to do OnlyFans, would you react the same way that this gentleman would? Would you protest? What would you do? Let me know in the comment section down below. It's your boy AJS and I am out.